Hello, everybody. Andrea Majewski here with Epicure. I want to talk to you guys how to do your online parties. Okay, so your online cooking classes, your online parties. And if you guys have heard me talk before, I don't sell or do cooking classes at somebody's house. Pretty much all of my sales come from online cooking classes or just from people who know that I sell Epicure and they go, oh, can I have this and this and this? So you might not think that people know Epicure, but they know Epicure, which is awesome. But online parties are the thing to do because even if you're trying to tell a customer like, oh, hey, like you just ordered like 10 things. If you have your own party and keep the same order and get three other people, even if they order something tiny, like a product or two, you can get your host credits to get at least $25 worth of free stuff. And they kind of go, oh my God, that sounds awesome. But then they will always say to me, but I don't know how to do a party. I don't want people over to my house. I don't want to have to cook. So then I say to them, well, actually, you don't have to do anything. I do everything online. So all I do is I create a online party for you. You will invite people. I will talk about Epicure for 2 days, maybe three. I will go on live at the end of the party, and then that's it. That's all you have to do, and then you will get at least $25 worth of free stuff. If you sell more, then you will obviously get more stuff. And the nice thing is that if they know somebody who has not heard of Epicure before and then they hear me talk about it, that person who has never heard of it, they literally want one of everything. Think of you when you first heard of Epicure. You were probably like, oh my God, where do I start? Like, this sounds awesome. This is stuff that I would be buying from the store anyway, but this is a lot healthier. So I would rather buy from you. So let me just show you guys how to create your own online party. I am actually having another party next week. So if you guys want to be a part of that, to just kind of see how everything it's a lot easier than you might think. Then just let me know and then I will add you in. I believe it's next Friday, but I have to double check the date with my host because we've changed it a couple times. But so the easiest thing to do, you guys, is so I just logged into my account here. I just happen to be on our training page here. But if you guys go up to the little arrow at the top, and now things have changed since I did a party. So maybe it's create. Yes, okay. So to create a party, you can either create a group or an event. I find if you create the event, that's a little bit easier because people don't feel like they'll be part of a group forever. If they just know they're part of something for a day or two, then they're more adapt to sign up for it, if that makes sense. So if you head up to create and go to event, click that, and then choose a theme. So you can pick anything here, or you can even upload your own picture. I'm just gonna let's just pick something. Here you go. So we will pick that. I thought it kind of looked like a picnic at first, to be honest, but now it kind of looks like a sporting event. Can I change that? That's kind of weird. So let's do this one here. So what I like to do is I like to put the name of the host in the party. So you can be as creative as you want, but to keep things simple, I might say something like Andrea's Epicure online party. I keep it simple. You could say things like Andrea's Epicure online barbecue party or Andrea's Epicure clean eating party. I don't know, like something like that. But I do like to put the host's name in there because when they go to invite people, if it just says like Epicure clean eating party, they might not really know whose party it is. So it's kind of nice to do that. And I do always make it set to public. You can do private, but I've had issues with that in the past where for some reason, you try to invite people, but you can't invite people if they're not on your list. The host tries to invite people, but they can't if they're not on the list. So I just change it to public, just so that way, like, they can invite anybody. And I don't know why this automatically changed here. I guess just because it's asking me for my name too. And it's kind of switching things up for me here, asking me to put in a new picture. So obviously things have changed, but it's still pretty easy. Like, it's still the same thing, right? So then just kind of change the picture. I usually do like to put a good one in here, but I'm just going to keep it simple for now and go, Andrea is hosting an Epicure party. You are invited. It's all online and everyone gets a chance to win some free Epicure stuff. I don't know, like I will make it sound obviously a lot more exciting, but I'll just kind of leave that for now. So let's say you want the party to be on Friday. Friday, let's say until Monday. So let's do like Friday. Let's say you want to start the party. Let's say, yes, so let's say you want to start the party at 7 p.m. because I find if you say things like you want to start the party Friday 8 a.m., people still don't understand right away that this is not in person. This is online. So then they might say to you, oh, well, I'm not interested because at 8 a.m., well, I have to go to work, you know? So even if they're not able to come to something in the evening time, at least they can pretend that they want to and they at least sign up for it, if that makes sense. Even though they had nothing to sign up for because this is all online, but I do find a lot of people these days, we get so many notifications that if we see something like 8 a.m., we're like, nope, not happening, even if they don't have to attend anything, if that makes sense. So you can add things here. I don't usually add too much because even though it's public, like I'm not going to invite people to it unless there's people that I want to invite. And do always add the co-host too. So add your host. I think I have another account here. So yes, so just add your host too, so then that way they can see everything. Anybody can post, that should be fine. And then I would click create here. So I will be taking this out afterwards anyway. But I just want to create this to kind of show you guys. So it usually takes a second and then it's so easy from here. So all you have to do, so you want to actually bring people here. So share is right here. You just have to click, you can either send it to them as a message or invite them from here, okay? Even if you don't have them on your page, if you just type in a name, then it should come up too. But then make sure to start posting things now, because as soon as somebody comes into your page, they will want to know, like, okay, like what is this page all about? So if you start to invite people now, they won't see anything and then they won't want to come back, right? So I mean, I will just post like literally some random things to get people an idea of what this is all about. I don't really have any party images prepared, but I like to kind of tell them what Epicure is. So like, yeah, so I might post something like this and say, our steamers are amazing. Cook chicken, for example, in 14 minutes. So just an idea, right? And it doesn't hurt to create a poll. I usually like to say something like, hello. We'll just say, Andrea is your host. Thank you so much. We will be talking about Epicure these next few days, a chance to win great prizes. And then, you know, like I'll say things like that. Always add a picture, because pictures do seem to help people read the post more, if that makes sense. So like I just might post a picture, something like this, and just kind of post that. That's all you have to do. So you do have to do all of the work though, because your host isn't going to know what to do. In another video, I'll explain what to teach the host. I just pretty much tell them, you know, if you're excited, then they will be excited too. Like if you're the type of host who just sort of sits back and doesn't say anything, then they're not going to understand why you're having a party. You know, they'll be thinking, okay, well, she just wants to get some extra stuff, but she doesn't really like Epicure because she's not saying anything. So it does help if they have any products to also take part and to talk about that too. And then I say to the actual host, like anytime I do post anything, like click like, comment and say things like, oh wow, like this looks awesome, you know, and do not hesitate to ask any questions. You know, like your host could ask, oh, I've never seen this item, like how did you make that, you know, because them asking questions means that more people will actually see this. If nobody likes or comments, then the chances of this showing up on their main page won't happen, because with social media these days, they don't think that this is exciting for people, so then they won't have it come up, if that makes sense. Hopefully, if that makes sense. But I will be showing you guys a full party next week, so if this is something you would like to be a part of, just let me know, and then I will add you in, because I'll be doing kind of an event like this, where it will be a public event, so not a private one. And the Facebook Live, like for example, what I'll do is I like to talk about some of the products that I do have. So I like to talk about our steamers first. So I do hop on live. I kind of do a quick live actually at the beginning and the end, but that's up to you, where I'll just talk about the products that I have, and I will actually show it to them like if I was in person. But since I'm not in person, then I'll be doing it live, and then they can at least have a look. I will show them, you know, things like if I happen to have non-healthy things in my kitchen. Like I'm trying to think of what I've done before. Like I would get some hot chocolate, like for example, because I did do a party around Christmas time. I would show them the hot chocolate like container that somebody bought me for Christmas, and then I would show them the hot chocolate container that I got from Epicure, and it was pretty much like, okay, so this one has like a lot of sugar. I can't think of how much it was now. And then for Epicure, we had only 2 grams of sugar. So like it was just a big difference. So then I was able to show them, well, you could buy the hot chocolate from the store with this much sugar, or get the one from Epicure with this much. So you can still have your, you know, technically unhealthy hot chocolate, but it's a lot healthier getting them from Epicure. So I do talk about the products. If I have a new catalog on hand, then I will show them that too, because everybody always likes to see the new catalog. I let people know that the first person that will place an order will be getting something else too. And everybody who orders, I like to give them a prize at the end. So I do a draw for a prize for everybody who does orders. So everyone, you know, like loves that. So I talk about prizes, I talk about products. I just kind of mix it up. Like I don't have a set schedule for how I do them. I just kind of mix things up. But I do tell the host, well, you have to get excited too, because if you don't say anything, if you don't do anything, with all due respect, you're kind of wasting my time, because you can't get anything, because it's $25 in free products if they sell $250 in sales, but I'm not going to sell it for them. Like they need to do that, so they need to get excited. If they don't do anything, then they don't get anything, you know, but if they do a little bit, then they can get a lot. So I hope that helps. As I said, I'll be doing a party next week, and I will show you guys how I do that. But at least for now, if you go up to create and click event, you can at least sort of see how things are, and it's a lot easier than a lot of people think. So yeah, you guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.